Hello everyone, today I have a very special guest. My friend Sophie is with me here. She's sitting there. She's not on camera because she doesn't want to be, which is totally fine. But if there's a voice coming out of the off, it is my friend Sophie.
Hi, it's me.
It's me. Well, we came up with like a little talk about baby fever or wanting to have kids and all of that. And I mean, she's like the perfect person to talk with about it because we're so like on the same wave about it, on the same page. And yeah, I'd say let's just get into all the things we were talking about before. We might, I don't know, sometimes we might use German words or something. I will definitely put subtitles in just so you understand it. And yeah,
Let's start.
Alright, so we were actually talking about things like to consider that are like important things to consider when you even want to have kids. And like the first thing that came up was, well, with whom you want to have kids. Like you probably don't want to have kids just with anyone, and if you're in a relationship and you would be like totally freaked out or being afraid of, like, let's say in general you want to have kids but you would be afraid of having kids with that person, it probably is not your person to be with, actually. Like, yeah scary, like, whew. So I think to feel that comfortable and that open with the person and know like, okay, that's the one I want to have kids with, I think that's very, like, one of the most important things, because
yes.
You probably, like, you want to, it's not just about having kids but more so about having families for us, like creating that real family vibe, and then also like see, now I'm just thinking in German. That's how it is sometimes when I film. I forget with my train of thought and everything. I'm a bit nervous with you next to me, actually. No, but yeah, really like consider if you're in like a stable relationship and you love that person so much that you can consider having kids with them, because you never know when it happens, because sometimes like, oh shit, I'm pregnant, you know, I mean, you heard those stories a million times. So yeah, that of course. And I mean, if you don't have anyone and you want to have kids, I mean, there are like enough possibilities nowadays. So, you know, it's well, I wouldn't say it's never too late. It's almost never too late to have kids. Let's just say it like that, because you could also always adopt.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is just a little talk. So please don't take anything too serious. This is just like, we were having a talk because we love kids so much, and I was just like, you know what, let's just do a video out of all the things we were talking about. So yeah, what was the next point?
Boundaries.
I know we're still here.
Stability.
Yeah, to be to have like a stable life, kinda, that you feel secure, meaning that you probably like there are a few different factors, meaning that you probably have a space where you live and you want to keep living there for a certain amount of time, and not just, you know, when you just have your baby, it's probably maybe not the nicest thing to move across the globe or in general with a newborn. So have a place where you want to stay.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, of course, having enough resources, meaning money, and also having like who stays home, if no one stays home, if you know how to do all of these things. Yeah, I mean, also like if one of you would want to stay home, who is it? Is it the woman? Is it the man? You know, always, however. And yeah, of course, I mean, it's an additional human in the family. It's not like not costing less, it's definitely costing more. So also consider that having a baby is not inexpensive. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Maybe you have grandparents living nearby. that can watch over the child.
Yeah, that would be good too, to have like that kind of support system, so you can like see who can take the baby when you have to go to work or you have an appointment, or also when, like, you know, sometimes you would need someone just immediately, that you have someone that you can call up, whether it's like, even if it's a neighbor or a friend or grandparents, or, you know, someone that you really have there to support you, that's like, I just need to go to the hospital, could you please just watch over my child until I'm back? Or, you know, that you really have someone that can support you. I think that's like crucial, actually.
Yeah, if you just need some time alone.
Yeah, or then, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then what else do we have? Self-reliance.
Self-reliance.
Yeah, just like as a person yourself, that you feel ready for it also. I mean, of course, sometimes you can't plan it, but if you can plan it, like, take your time, of course. In a sense of, if you're afraid being a mom or dad, like, I don't think it's the right time yet.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe another day.
But maybe you will never feel like it's the right time, but when you're pregnant, then you just feel, okay, now it's the right time, and I did not think that before.
Yeah, that's true. So, there are many cases, probably, and I kind of, like, me too, like, even last year, I was like, oh no, I can't even imagine being pregnant.
No.
Like, I mean, not tomorrow or anything, like, please give me time, but, you know, so it's, but still, like, within the next few years, let's say. Yeah, so,
but it's not that scary anymore to you.
exactly, it's not scary, like, I'm not afraid, but it's also a factor because I have so many kids in my surroundings, meaning from my family. There's so many little ones now, or that have grown, that I'm like, well, I get along with all of them, kinda, and I also, that's also a big factor. Before, I also felt that I was afraid of having like a responsibility for someone else, because I wasn't able to, like, I was still learning to take responsibility for myself, kinda, you know?
Yeah.
So that is also with the self-reliance, like, when you can rely on yourself and you know whatever comes, you're alright, you know, and then when you're that sure within yourself, you could then also be like, well, if I can take care of myself and know how to do this, I can learn and grow how to take care of another human being.
Yeah.
I mean, also,
Absolutely.
okay, that's maybe a stupid comparison, but also if you're like with pets, like if you have a dog or a cat, and you know, you can't take care of a dog or a cat, you probably can't take care of a human being.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
You know, like, yeah. Plants is another thing. Like, I mean, plants can really die with everyone. That's another thing, but sure. Yeah. Okay, yeah, and then the next part we had was like boundaries. Meaning that you need to set boundaries for like family members or others when you have actually, like, when your newborn baby is there. And everyone's like running in your door and being like, can I hold the baby, can I hold the baby? And you're like, stop.
Absolutely not, but I'm afraid to say no.
Yeah, and that's also the thing. You have to learn that you learn to say no, and then it's, you know, that you don't have like kind of a party every day and everyone is like coming and expecting that you've baked a cake for them, that your house or apartment is clean, you know, like that you're dressed up nicely. Like, that is, I don't think that's realistic at all. So that you have like real friends and family members that are just chill, that are just like, well, we just want to say hi, if it's too much we go, and like, you know, I mean, it always depends on, you know, if someone would need to come from far away or something, it would probably be a different scenario. But just in general, that, you know, you also need to take your time for yourself. That's what the next part, wasn't it, about regeneration, that you really need the time to recover from all of this. And I don't mean just the woman, like also it's also overwhelming for the father, of course.
Yes, of course.
Like, yeah, and that you both have time to bond with your child. And not have like everyone around and being like, okay, handing the baby over from one person to another.
Yeah.
That what you said before, that would be your horror story.
Yes, actually. And also that you have like the time with the baby and with the father to get in touch with the new life situation, the new life you have right now.
Yeah.
And and that when you want to invite some people to your place, that these are supportive people, people who are helping you, not people who are expecting you to do some things for them, because it's not the time.
No.
It's the time for you. It's time for the baby, the time for family.
Yeah.
And not for others.
Completely. Yeah. And also what we said before is with the time that I mean, if you both would have like full-time jobs, like being, I don't know, in the office from 7 to 7 or something, that you would want to consider if there's a possibility to handle that differently, because the question is also, do you want to do you want your child to grow up with you, or do you want your child to grow up with like a nanny or so?
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
also a question. Like, I mean, it's also what is more important to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then the other thing was body image. I think we both are very healthy people that love sports and everything, so
have a strong connection to our bodies.
Yeah, exactly. We have like very we know how our bodies works, and we know when something is off and when something doesn't look normal or so. So I think this will also be quite a challenge, wouldn't it?
Yes, of course, but I think it's a challenge for every woman and also for every partner to that woman, because the body is changing a lot during pregnancy and it takes a long time to recover from that. I mean, you can't expect your body to change completely, build a new human being in 9 months and then being completely normal within a few weeks. It doesn't work like that.
No.
And your body will change, and you have to accept that, but you should learn how to
love your body anyways.
Love your body anyways.
True.
And to have lots of respect for what it has just done.
Yeah, it's
created
true.
a human being.
And
it's
then
amazing.
That's like, if we just think about that, it's like a miracle in itself. Like, just,
it is.
Like, whoa. Yeah, wow, like really. And what I always think is, or with the time span, just think about how long it took to have that baby, these 9 months. Then it should probably also take 9 months to really get back to that. Yeah, I mean, maybe not the whole 9 months, but just, you know, if you feel like, oh my god, I have to be this or that in like 3 weeks or 4 weeks or the first, I don't know what. I don't think realistic.
No.
Yeah. That is that. Do you have anything else besides a funny sentence at the end?
Funny sentence. Absolutely. Keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind, because it's actually really important, because it's actually dangerous for a kid within the first year. Meaning, the sentence is
no honey in the first year.
Exactly. Like, actually,
no honey. No.
You learned that today. Sophie learned that today, and I learned that only like maybe a year ago, or no, 2 years ago, when one of my nephew was born, and I was like, oh really? You're not allowed to give babies anything with honey within the first year. So no honey within the first year.
Yeah. Just don't.
Don't.
Have a nice day. Don't give your child under 1 year of age honey. Just don't do it.
Alright, have a lovely day. I hope you had fun watching this. This was quite a funny video, wasn't it?
Yes, I guess.
We will see. Bye.
Bye.